Friday evening after a sizzling week. Yep, sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. 80, high 80s and 90s all week. Golly gee, we've had a couple major storms. One of them last night they're still cleaning up after. Possible tornado touchdowns. Just to liven everything up, don't you know? But yeah, finished week 2 of the final 4, only 2 more to go. Shit's getting real. It is getting real. But as far as retirement goes, I had a successful week. My big to-do was today. Got all signed up for Medicare Advantage. Just waiting on the card to come in. They're saying 2 to 4 weeks, so that should be plenty of time before I need to use it. So plus I can print out a page and have proof that I got it. So yep, that's kind of the last big thing I had to do. I didn't get my letter in on my pension, but yeah, that's probably, I didn't check the mailbox today. I'll check it tomorrow. But that's not something that has to happen before I retire. It's be nice to start collecting right after I retire because I earned it. Oh well. Well, let's see, chapter 432 of the trailer hitch saga. Yep. Made progress. There will be a happy ending. I'm doing some foreshadowing here. I think I know the outcome. But as I said, a few more chapters to get there. Yeah, bottom line is, I had to order a new axle. Talking with the dealer and whatnot, it's not considered a defect. So if I want, oops, no one was coming. Yeah, if I want the tow, I had to order my own axle, and the big deal is that I would bet 95% of the people that buy Spyders don't tow. So they just said screw it and let the mistake go. Oh well, is what it is. But as with everything this year, it ain't easy. It's on back order. So I have to call them on the 19th to make sure it's going to be in time for the appointment I have scheduled on the 30th. And on the 30th they'll repair the cable that came in broken and replace the axle. So as soon as they do that, then should be the only thing preventing me from riding is, or going camping, is me taking the time to put the damn trailer hitch on. So anyways, progress, however little it may be. But God, I love this road. This is one of my favorites. I did my video a month, 2 months ago now, about my 3 favorite roads. I rode the northern part of this one, but this here is my favorite part down here. Yeah, it's a little bit longer and a few more turns, a few more water views. Yeah, this is a fun road to ride. I'm just out here kind of cruising along, taking the long way to Mom and Pa's for Friday night. I had to get out today. It's been so hot all week, and you know, it's one of those, I got to be available to work even though I'm not working all that hard. I'm going to be available to work through working hours, and then it's just so hot and sticky in the afternoons. I haven't gone out and ridden. Looking at the long range forecast for the day I retire, and as of now, I'm going to have a decision to make. If I take the Spyder down, or if I take the truck down. We'll see. I'll probably take the truck. Ho hum. But yeah, everything's progressing. Yes, it is. My big to-do next week is to try to figure out what cell phone plan I'm going to be on, because right at the moment, it's company cell phone and it's company plan. They said they're going to let me keep the phone. I'm just going to find my own plan. So that'll be cool. Get to keep my number. Continue to get my 10 to 20 calls from that asshole spam risk. Yep, he just won't give up. Well, yeah, I got a couple comments about BRP. I kind of understand what they're doing. They're trying to protect some of their dealers and so forth, but what they do is at a dealership, they can only service whatever BRP product they sell. So the place I went to, I bought from originally, they stopped selling Spyders and Rikers because it just wasn't worth it to them anymore, but they still serviced them. Well, as I said last week, I think maybe I didn't say it last week, but anyways, BRP shut them off. They can't service them anymore, so now I have to go down to Concord, and they kind of changed their tune a little bit with me. Is I was being a little bit more reasonable this time around. I said, look, the last time I was trying to squeak this in and get her done right away, but now, I have a few weeks that, in all honesty, it'd be better to schedule this after the 5th, so I have more flexible time. And there's a 3-week window in there where I can probably schedule a couple rides. Even though I don't want to, I can. And sure enough, my cousin was more than happy to help me out if need be. But they said, yeah, they'll get me in first thing on the 16th originally. They said it'll probably be 4 or 5 hours that they need the bike. And I know, well, there's a breakfast shop around the corner, and if it goes on longer than that, there's a bar down the street, all within hobbling distance. So I'll just load up a book on my Fire tablet and maybe bring my chair down, sit in the shade and read. But then I found out the parts on back order, so August 30th is now the date, and my ride's still available, but not in the morning. So if it turns out that they need to keep it overnight, I can get She'll come down and pick me up after work, so it'll be like 4:30 by the time she gets down there. And then take me down the next day after work. So yeah, hopefully. Yeah, back to what I was saying about BRP. Yeah, if they don't sell that particular model, so the place I bought it from now sells you know, the side-by-sides and the four-wheelers, and Sea-Doos are huge in the Sea-Doos. Yeah, their bread and butter is Sea-Doos. So they can work on all them, but they can't work on Spyders, and they have one of the best Spyder techs in the region. And he can't touch them. And the place where I'm now doing my business with a Spyder, they can't touch Sea-Doos. Now I understand that dealership, they don't make a lot on the sale, they make a lot on the aftermarket, so yeah, you're kind of protecting the dealers that are doing your selling, but from the customer standpoint, i.e. me, it's usually much more convenient to be able to have it serviced closer to where you live. And I'm sure the same goes for the Sea-Doos that live down around Concord and whatnot, don't want to have to drive up to the Lakes region to have their machine serviced. So I would think that BRP would either allow dealers to work together and service each other's or something. Just come up with something that's a little bit better for the customer. My 2 cents. So anyways, don't know I'm going to do much riding over the weekend because it's supposed to be hot and muggy. Easy, hot and shitty. I'll probably spend some time at the boat launch and I don't know, I may go for a little ride. Camping crews over in Maine, they're setting up as we speak. And I'd love to go over, and the weather's going to be nicer than it's supposed to be, so a day trip is feasible, but again, 150 mile round trip and 90 degree heat. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to take my camper over, but we all know that story. And this place is full up anyway, so even if I got a campsite in a nearby campground, this place charges $25 a day to go visit the folks that are in there, so it would quickly become a very expensive proposition. So, I don't know, maybe next year we'll see what happens. Anyways, I yammered the whole length of that road. Damn. Alright. Thanks for riding along, and we'll turn up the music and enjoy the rest of the ride over to Mom and Pa's.